All right, guys, let's talk about it. So, Alyssa Mercante or her cronies or whoever who really knows, somebody's going after Smash JT's GoFundMe. This is something that we've seen, I from a mile away. I really, I was having a conversation with Smash JT a little bit in the chat, and I was saying kind of saw that coming, because this is how they operate, right? This is how these people operate. They want to, anytime you talk about them, right? Anytime you talk about them or they don't like what you're doing, they always are the first ones to bring up money. Right? Nobody else brings up money but the people who say that we're doing things for money, right? We don't bring it up. We don't talk about it very rarely. The only time I've ever talked about it is when I want to piss off one of these people. But other than that, I don't talk about it. I just focus on entertaining and doing the best job that I can. These people want to bring up money all the fucking time. So now we have a GoFundMe, which is obviously money-based, right? Because it's a thing. And apparently it's been reported to all end to the point where now the GoFundMe was hopefully temporarily taken down. Now, if you guys don't know the context, let me give you some context before we watch the video. Number one, Smash JT's GoFundMe is a GoFundMe that was originally meant to cover the legal expenses for hiring Ron Coleman. Now, Ron Coleman, obviously, being the Super Saiyan lawyer that he is, doesn't come cheap. Right? Most lawyers don't come cheap, especially when they're good. And somebody like Alyssa Mercante, or I really think it's her cronies. I don't really think it's her. I think it's her cronies, but, we don't really know. We're just speculating at this point. Decided, hey, our girl doesn't stand a fucking chance. We need to try to stop Smash JT's funding sources so that he has a harder time trying to combat our girl. That's really what it is. They're trying to make it extremely difficult for Smash JT to fight back against Alyssa Mercante's nonsense because she's being bankrolled by an outside source because God knows she ain't spending money on this shit. But she doesn't want Smash JT to be bankrolled by his community. That's really what it's about. So, like I said, I was going to react to his article, but I figured it'd be more fun to watch the video so we can count how many bad pauses we get. So let's watch this video and see exactly what's going on with Smash JT's problems. And then we're going to talk about it. Let's read this note really quick. Dear GoFundMe user, we've temporarily paused your GoFundMe because we need you to add some additional information to your fundraiser story. Please be aware that while our team works with you to gather more information, your fundraiser, bank transfers, and ability to create fundraisers are temporarily suspended. We apologize for any inconvenience this might cause. Let's check this out.
Email from GoFundMe telling me that I need to update my fundraiser or else it will be taken down and removed. And in the meantime, it is paused on hold. They will not send me funding until these things have been manually reviewed by somebody taking a look at the account, because apparently it's been reported enough times that I'm not allowed to be raising money to defend myself, according to these woke activists that do not want to see anybody succeed. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And I couldn't make
really quick, guys. If anybody in the chat doesn't know, and now Smash JT obviously knows, and I wish we talked about this before he did the GoFundMe, but it was too late. GoFundMe is fucking terrible. Okay, if you are a lefty, go use GoFundMe. If you are not a lefty, and anything you're doing on GoFundMe can even remotely say that you're not a lefty, don't even bother. Don't even bother. Because they are going to fuck with you. They have a history of doing this. They are known to do this. Don't even fucking bother. All right. We knew immediately where GoFundMe stood when the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing was happening. They made a decision to remove the funding from Kyle Rittenhouse. But then they allowed some random black lefty with a criminal past to raise money for all that shit with no problems whatsoever. So, again, and I think the Canadian trucker thing was a thing too, right? Like they had a Canadian trucker situation where they took down the GoFundMe. So, just flat out, if you're somebody who is not a lefty, even if you're a centrist or whatever, if whatever you're raising money for can be so blatantly obvious that it doesn't have left-wing ideology in it, then just don't even bother using GoFundMe. Go use Give, Send, Go or whatever. Go use that. But don't use GoFundMe. It will screw you.
Pick this one up if I tried. Apparently, there is a small, very vocal minority of people on Alyssa's side that are doing whatever they can to stop people from funding me in an effort to defend myself against ridiculous accusations coming from her camp. And while I referenced this lightly in my other video about how I saw them trying to do this, I didn't actually think they'd be successful in getting through to GoFundMe. And I know everyone already hates GoFundMe. I get it. Spare me with that one. I should have used Give, Send, Go or another means. I'm not well versed in this area, and this isn't my specialty. I'm not somebody that goes out panhandling for people to give them money to defend themselves in lawsuits. So I'm not really understanding of this world when I went into.
Well, you're going to understand today. You're going to understand today, Smash. But hey, you know what? That's fine. That's how people learn. People learn by doing things. It is what it is.
So it is what it is. I used GoFundMe, and for a while, it was working really well until I got this email that threatened that they will be refunding and removing my account if.
You're going to learn today, boy. I see you guys in the chat. You gonna learn today, boy. It's like Kratos, like, boy, come here, boy. Boy, sit down, boy. Boy, don't use GoFundMe, boy. You gonna learn today, boy.
They don't hear back from me within 7 days, and if what I don't update is up to their standards, and if I don't fix it to what they expect it to be changed to, then they could shut it down for good. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check.
So essentially, they're trying to edit the GoFundMe in a way that I don't know, like they're trying to edit the GoFundMe in a way that makes it seem like it's something that it's not. I don't understand what's the problem. Is the problem that he's raising he's doing a GoFundMe to counter a specific person? Like, what exactly is, maybe he'll get into it in the video, but what exactly is the problem here? Like, if you were raising money for legal expenses, but you didn't mention somebody, would that be okay? Or is it just the fact that he's raising money for legal expenses? Because that can't be it. Because there's been legal defense money being raised on other GoFundMes. So what's the problem?
Check out smashjt.com for the full article breaking down this email that I got from GoFundMe and my subsequent response.
Shout out to Wyatt's Metal. What's going on, Wyatt?
To them. Isn't it interesting how every time we win, they do these tactics to try to shut you down as like a win for their side, when it ends up being the most unethical, ridiculous attack on somebody trying to do the right thing that you could think of. But then again, when you're coming from the evil activism standpoint, I guess anything in their mind is fair game. In the realm of video game journalism and its increasingly contentious landscape, Alyssa Mercante's defenders have proven themselves relentless in their quest for control. This isn't just about protecting their buddy Alyssa. No, it's about the power and censorship at any cost. The latest chapter in this ongoing, never-ending soap opera drama shows the true extent of the tactics being employed by them. And it's nothing short of pure evil activism.
Again, let's keep something in mind, boys. Let's keep something in mind. This ain't the first time. This is not going to be the last time. They are so... Listen. They're not smart, but they're dedicated. They're determined, right? It's actually unbelievably ironic that the people who are most determined to try to ruin your life, or who are most determined to try to take away any money that you may potentially make doing something they don't agree with, it's amazing just how determined they will become. But the funny thing is, if they would just take half of that energy, just take half of that energy and put it into something that would benefit themselves, they would be surprised just how far in life they might get. You might actually become semi-successful. Nobody's saying you have to become a millionaire, but you might actually do something with your life if you were to just put half of the energy that you put into trying to get people canceled. But instead, you rather be jobless with $1,000 iPhone that your parents paid for and try to get people fired who actually work for a living. It's incredible. I just find it to be so fucking ironic.